Hi guys! Today's video is so different. This is something that I have never really done, but I'm really looking forward to. Moving to New York City, one of the biggest things that was a factor of whether I was going to be able to go was finances. New York City is a very expensive place, and I'm just gonna be honest, it has the capability to drain your bank account. And so I wanted to put together a video of how I afford to live here at 19 with just general tips on saving money in college and also saving money in high school so you can do the things that you want to. Also, I'm having a no makeup day, so if you're like, Michelle, you're not wearing makeup, I'm like, yeah. I would encourage you to do it too, just to like let your skin breathe. And so I was gonna put on makeup to film this, but I was like, that's kind of stupid. I also want to thank my friends over at Credit Sesame for sponsoring this video. Credit is important, and I thought that this was the perfect integration for this video. And this is a sponsored video. If you don't like it, you can click out of this video. The first tip would be to start saving at a young age. If you're watching this and you are 13, 14, 15, start saving your money now. In high school, you most likely don't have a ton of things to pay for. You probably have like your food covered, your housing, you have like sometimes your gas paid for. And so this is the perfect time to start saving money, and I saved most of my money in high school. Basically, I started working whenever I was 14 doing YouTube, and so I would literally set aside 50% of my paychecks, and then I would have like taxes, and then I would also have discretionary money after that I would keep. That is one of the main reasons why I'm able to live here, is because I started that habit really young. Obviously now I pay for a lot more things, so saving like 50% of my income isn't necessarily like typical, but start small at like 10% of what you're making, 20% of what you're making, and setting it aside. My second tip, if you're in college, I would recommend not buying new textbooks. You probably already know this, but textbooks can be so expensive, guys. They can literally be like $200 for a textbook, especially if you're in like a medical field. They can be so expensive, guys. My school actually has a website where kids who go to my school will sell their textbooks, so I usually do it through that. Chegg is a website you can do. Honestly, Amazon has a used books section whenever you go to buy a book, if you click like the use. Just because textbooks can rack up so much of your money, and I know that's probably something most kids have to spend their own money on, so do that. It helps. My third tip would be to start developing good credit. Credit is a scary thing. I'm just gonna be honest, it terrifies me. And so when I heard about Credit Sesame, I thought it was super cool that this is a website that kind of takes the fear out of credit and just helps you financially plan. It's not there to like improve your credit score, but it is there to give you a credit score report card. It's kind of like a holistic view of what your credit score is, trying to help you be the best possible, but it's not gonna make you have a good credit score. I love using it for financial help because being 19, they're things that seem very far off, but they're actually very immediate. Planning on getting an apartment next year, and that is something where you have to have like a good credit score to be able to be approved, especially here in New York City. So I thought Credit Sesame was the perfect website. I started using it as soon as I thought about like having my own apartment. It's really easy to use the website. I'll have it linked down below. It actually has a ton of different financial services, and you don't have to pay for it either. It's a free service. You do have a membership that you can pay for, but you don't even need a credit card to use it. You can just start using the website as soon as possible. You can get free ID protection for up to $50,000, which is also a really good thing. I personally like it because it shows your financial potential, which I think is really important whenever you are picking where you want to go to school for college, because if you are paying for college, you want to make sure this is something that is not going to hurt your financial future, that's not going to put you in a bad place. Also, checking your credit score isn't going to hurt it. So I'll have Credit Sesame linked down below if you want to check it out. It'll be like the first link in the description, but I definitely think credit is important. Number 4, you guys know I'm super into buying groceries. I think that grocery shopping is great. Definitely try to limit how much I eat out. If you're in college and like all your friends are going out to eat your own food, bring your own food, because eating out can just like totally wreck your savings. Number 5 is also kind of random, but take public transit. Obviously, I live in New York, so I only take the subway, which is not the most efficient system, but if you don't have to pay for gas, you can actually save a lot of money if you don't have to pay for car insurance. Taking the bus, I know a lot of colleges have like a bus transit system, and other cities do too. Take it. My monthly subway card is around $121 a month. But compare that to like gas prices and insurance and having to keep up with a car, it's so much cheaper. For the most part, it works. There are times when the MTA is slow and there are a ton of delays, but for for the majority of the time, I save a lot of money using public transit. Number 6 is something that I don't really struggle with, but it's something that could really spend a lot of money. Stop binge drinking and stop smoking. Those are 2 things that this may be sensitive to say, but they're really expensive. And if you're in college and you're partaking in those 2 activities, like, it can be really expensive and add up, especially alcohol. Like, you wasted all of that money on alcohol. Like, how sad would you be? I'm not trying to tell anyone how to stop their addictions, but not keeping things in your apartment, in your house, really helps you not partake in them. Using student discounts is another big tip. I am personally a Madewell fanatic. I love Madewell, and I recently found out that they have student discounts of 15%. So I will literally only shop at places where I can use student discounts. I don't shop all that much. I honestly wear a lot of the same clothes. I don't buy a ton of clothes. I'm really not like a super spendy person when it comes to clothes. Number 8 is to make your own coffee. I would recommend getting a French press, and it tastes so much better than like coffee you go out and buy. You will save so much money. Just think about how much like a latte is. $4 to $5 if you buy that every single day. And this is one of the hardest things for me because I love coffee. My next tip would be to vary the jobs that you have. If you can make money by doing different things, whether that be having like a part-time job and a full-time job, whether that be like doing your own freelance work while like having a job on the other side, this is a good way to save money. With YouTube, I don't make money all through like my views. I don't make money all through sponsorships. It's varied, and I find that that has allowed me to save more, so I can like pick and choose in terms of like how much money I want to make. My last tip would be in high school to make sure you're taking AP credits or college credits. I got a year off of school by doing AP credits and then being accepted at King's, the school I'm at right now. And if you do that, that's a great way to save money. I was able to come to school here because I did get those credits, and so it was cheaper to come here and live in New York City than go to school back home and be there for 4 years. I'm not a financial expert. I'm literally just 19, and these are the tips that work for me. So if they don't work for you, please don't go shred me in the comments. Like, being financially stable is really important, and I feel like we don't really talk about this a lot, especially to college students, and so I really hope this gave you guys a couple of tips. If you have any other questions, leave them down below. If someone else leaves a question, feel free to answer it, because we should all help each other in this video. I love going to the comments and seeing like everyone helping each other out. It literally warms my heart. Make sure to go watch my last video. I love you guys, and I'll see you soon. Don't forget to check out Credit Sesame, link down below. I love you guys. Bye, friends.